Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. It's Wednesday, April 28th. Hope you're doing well. Important video today on some EIDL grant and loan updates, in particular the 5K additional EIDL grant, progress there, answering some of your questions, and the big news on the Restaurant Revitalization Fund. Over $28 billion for this program. Many businesses qualify. Could be your business. I'm going to give a quick recap of the program, and I will do an in-depth step-by-step video on what that portal looks like. We've done a couple webinars now with the SBA where we've seen exactly what the RRF portal will look like, who's eligible, what you need to know. You can create an account this Friday and start your application Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. More on that in a minute, and some insight into the portals, what the SBA portals look like for all these programs, some things to keep in mind. Thanks so much for tuning in and subscribing. Be sure to watch until the end. A big thank you to all of our new subscribers. I mentioned yesterday we have a whole team now monitoring comments, looking to answer questions where we can. We can't all the time, but Julie, Den, AC, Jonah, Patricia, they're part of the Skip family, and they're now dedicated to helping answer questions, not only on our app and on our website, but also right here on our YouTube channel. And that's only possible because you're hitting subscribe. You're showing us that you want answers here. A good majority of you already use our app, Hello Skip, in the App Store and Google Play. But for those of you who have questions here, we now have those 5 folks to help answer questions here and there. The second shout out that I posted this morning, last call to add your name to our petition to change EIDL rules. This is for the low income community provision. This helps businesses of all kinds, low income businesses, medium income businesses. Many of you who need the help and you qualify under the 50% reduction or the 30% reduction for 10K or 5K EIDL grants. However, you don't live in the right neighborhood. You may live across the street from a low-income community. According to census data, we are writing a letter. I've drafted it this morning. We're just waiting for a few more folks to get into this petition. Then we're going to share it with Isabel Guzman and the SBA and push for it. You know, there's certain things they can't do based on the legislation. The legislation did talk about low-income communities, but I do believe there is some opportunity for the SBA to rethink the program and for future legislators to potentially allocate more funding for EIDL grants. So that's a second thank you for everyone who's gone to changeeidlrules.com. Okay, briefly on the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, I'm posting an in-depth video on this later. There's a lot here. I'm going to save you some time. Both webinars we've seen are over an hour long each, but I want to hit some of the highlights for you to keep in mind. $28.6 billion is allocated for this program. It's expected that they will use all of it, so it's very important to prepare. The folks on the SBA call kept reiterating this: be ready for game day. Game day is Monday. Lace up, get off the bench. It's an open book test. Start preparing now. They had a lot of metaphors. The main takeaway was be prepared. Okay, so who's eligible? Restaurants, food stands, food trucks, food carts, caterers, bars, saloons, lounges, taverns, snack and non-alcoholic beverage bars, bakeries, brew pubs, breweries, wineries, inns, licensed facilities for alcohol, and other similar places of business, where those last several categories you need to have 33% of your gross receipts in 2019 from on-site sales. Okay, so a lot of you have online sales, especially in 2020. 2020, it's not a requirement that you had on-site sales. So take a look at this, because later today we're posting an in-depth video. Many of you will still have questions. This is highly worth it, and we don't want people to miss out on this. So calculation 1, which is the most common calculation, will be for businesses that were in operation prior to or on January 1st, 2019. You need to take your 2019 gross receipts minus your 2020 gross receipts, so your difference between 2019 and 2020, minus the PPP loan amounts. And you can use it for business expenses, payroll, utility, operating, taxes, legal, marketing. You can't use it for expansion, and in certain instances you can use it for business debt. Like if you want to pay principal and interest payments for EIDL loans, you can with this funds. There's other calculations as well. Here's calculation 3. There's a 4th calculation, so I'll save those for the next video. So Friday you can register all day. They want people to register online. So this SBA portal for the EIDL loans and advances is different than the RRF portal. These are all different vendors, and it's also different than the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant portal. This is what the SVOG portal looks like. Again, different vendors. Some of their systems sync with, say, your taxes, They sync with the PPP program, so it can check to see if you've already received a PPP, but they are different accounts. So keep that in mind. If you want to create an RRF account, you need to go to restaurants.sba.gov on Friday, starting Friday morning, and they want you to go there so they get an indication of who's interested in this program. So on Monday, they can get people prepared and ready to help you. And two, to send a message to Washington, D.C. that, hey, this is a big part of the relief program. This is important. So that's why they want people to seriously be ready for this. Of course, the SBA wants this to be successful. And frankly, I am impressed so far with the thought that's gone into this. A lot of the edge cases, a lot of the testing, a lot of the conditionals on the form show me that they've thought through this. It's taken a while. Again, I want to knock on wood because unexpected things always come up. But they have had a pilot program, so I'm optimistic for this. The portal screen is going to look like this. And you're going to have around 5 steps. Confirm your eligibility. This is similar to the other forms. Confirm your business details, also very similar. Then you get into RRF specifics, such as the award calculation, putting in your tax return information, or your point of sale information. And if you use Toast or Square, you can go right to Toast and Square because you will do the application directly on their websites. Then confirm your bank account information, add in supporting documents, have an authorized owner fill this out and confirm they are an authorized owner. They have checks in place to make sure. They say it'll take around 20-25 minutes once you complete any correspondence. They'll message you here on the portal and they'll email you directly so you can manage your messages, any action items, etc. on the portal. A lot more to say about that, but I'll leave it for the next video I do. Okay, before I end on the EIDL advances, what's happening there, a few quick updates. In case you missed it, the Real ID deadline has been moved until 2023, fall 2023. As you know, a lot of what we do at Skip is help people with the DMV, getting driver's licenses, renewing registrations, helping people with the Real ID process. It was extended from last October because of the pandemic to this October, and now it has been pushed back 2 more years. So that's good news. You don't have to rush to the DMV. CDC changed their guidance to allow mask-free outdoor activities for vaccinated folks in smaller groups. U.S. COVID cases are declining rapidly. We also did a piece on child tax credit payments, when they will arrive, so you can read more about that. Okay, to the EIDL portal here. First of all, if you see the green button here, your loan modification is being processed. That means it's with the SBA. We haven't heard about EIDL loan increase approvals yet. If you have gotten approved, I'd love to hear in the comments. But based on our information, we haven't heard about approvals. Targeted and supplemental, again, those are in progress. We've heard that many more of you have gotten email invites to fill out the supplemental. If you're having problems with your portal, I do recommend logging in, logging out, refreshing. We're still hearing about bugs on the system here, unfortunately. Still a lot of traffic. If the problems persist, the best way is to both email the SBA, targeted advance at sba.gov, and call the SBA. Cover your bases. I think many of you are already doing that, but those are a few ways to get help. Based on the webinars with the SBA, specific to the RRF, they continue to hire many new people in their call centers. That's a huge relief. So I am optimistic that response times will pick up. If you have specific questions about your situation, that's the best way to get in touch. Call them, email them. They're open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Sunday. That's it for today's update. As always, thanks for subscribing and supporting our team. The efforts of not only myself, but Julie, Den, AC, Jonah, Patricia, they're all helping out now on our YouTube channel. Hit subscribe, turn on alerts, like this video so more people see it, and then go get our app, Hello Skip, in the App Store and Google Play. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.